Picture this. You just landed that dream promotion, or you're finally launching that startup you've been dreaming about for years. You should be celebrating, right? But you're not. Instead of locking in, you're up until 4 a.m. falling down a YouTube rabbit hole. You start picking fights with the very people supporting you. You push off the most critical decisions until the absolute last second. In psychology, we call this self-sabotage. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Why would we act against our own best interests? Why do we shoot ourselves in the foot right when the finish line is in sight? Today on DeepShift, we aren't talking about laziness. We're going to decode the glitch in your brain's source code that makes you fear success even more than failure. And most importantly, I'm going to show you how to hack the system and take back the wheel of your life. To understand why we self-sabotage, you have to grasp one ultimate principle. Your brain wasn't designed to make you happy. It was designed to keep you alive. Imagine there's an identity thermostat inside your mind. For example, if you've always believed you're just an average person, this thermostat is set to a steady 77 degrees Fahrenheit. When you fail, the temperature drops, and your brain nudges you to work harder just to get back to that 77 degrees Fahrenheit baseline. But here's the kicker. When you suddenly hit a massive success, the temperature spikes to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Instead of enjoying it, your brain sounds the alarm. Hey, this isn't us. It's too hot. Danger. This is when a prediction error occurs. To bring the temperature back down to that safe, familiar 77 degrees Fahrenheit, your brain triggers self-sabotaging behaviors like procrastination, aggression, or just giving up entirely. We often mistake self-sabotage for a failure. In reality, it's a defense strategy. Your brain would much rather choose a predictable failure over an unstable success. Based on self-esteem research, I've broken self-sabotage down into two main groups. See which one you fall into. Group 1, the fragile perfectionist. These are people with high but extremely fragile self-esteem. You desperately want everyone to think you're brilliant and top tier. The behavior. You start that high-stakes essay at 2 a.m. right before the deadline. The hidden motive. If the results are bad, you have a built-in excuse. Well, I only spent 2 hours on it. Imagine if I actually tried. But if the results are good, you feel even more superior. See? I didn't even have to study and I still crushed it. The bottom line. You're using procrastination as a shield to protect your ego from the terrifying thought. If I gave it my absolute all and still failed, it would mean I'm just not good enough. Group 2, the imposter. This group has their thermostat set very low. When they achieve success, they feel like a fraud who just snuck into a black tie gala without an invite. The behavior. You deflect compliments, shy away from big projects, or subconsciously sabotage great relationships. The hidden motive. You're trying to keep yourself small so that no one places high expectations on you anymore. The fear of being found out makes you feel like it's better to withdraw on your own terms than to wait for someone to kick you out. But here's the thing. Identifying your pattern is only half the battle, because underneath these psychological shields lies a deeper, more primitive conflict happening right inside your head. When you're faced with a major opportunity, your amygdala, the brain's fear center, freaks out. It sends out a massive fight or flight signal. Meanwhile, your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, is trying its best to keep you calm. The real issue lies in your brain's braking system, known as the RIFG, right inferior frontal gyrus. In people who struggle with self-sabotage, this brake pedal is often stuck or reacts way too slowly. The result? You know scrolling TikTok is a mistake. You know having that drink right now is going to ruin everything. But you just can't stop. It feels like you're sitting in a car with no brakes, hurtling down a hill, watching in horror as you drive yourself straight into a wreck. So, how do you fix those broken brakes and recalibrate your internal thermostat? Skip the $1,000 courses. Start with these 3 practical techniques. Step 1. Cognitive diffusion. Instead of saying, I am a failure, start saying, I am having the thought that I'm a failure. Writing these feelings down on paper helps you shift from being the victim to being the observer. When you observe your fear, you are no longer the fear itself. you're effectively grabbing the steering wheel back from your amygdala. Step 2. The trash draft technique. Perfectionism is the ultimate enemy of progress. Give yourself a direct order. For the next 15 minutes, I am going to do this task as poorly as humanly possible. When the goal is to be bad, your brain stops sensing danger. The pressure vanishes. And the truth is, a trash draft can be fixed. A blank page cannot. Step 3. Behavioral experiments. Expanding your comfort zone. Start challenging your thermostat in small, controlled doses. If you're terrified of being exposed as an imposter, try sharing an unfinished idea with a trusted colleague. If you're scared of success, practice simply accepting a compliment without trying to deflect or deny it. Every time you do this, you're sending a new signal to your brain. Success is safe. This uncertainty won't kill us. Conclusion. Self-sabotage isn't a life sentence. It's just an outdated defense mechanism that no longer serves the person you've become. Don't expect to transform overnight. The next time you catch yourself reaching for your phone to escape your work, just pause for 5 seconds, take a breath, and ask yourself, what am I trying to protect myself from? If you found this useful for your growth journey, hit that like button and subscribe to DeepShift. Together, we'll keep peeling back these complex psychological layers to help you find your strongest self. What's your most common self-sabotaging habit? Drop a comment below. I'll be jumping in to respond and discuss them with you. I'll see you in the next video.